Arsenal unbeaten run in the Premier League is under threat this weekend. Now, and I'm happy to say unbeaten because we see that we left it late last week with Chelsea. Now, this is not the typical threat in terms of we're playing a world-class team or we're playing a team in form. This is on the opposite side of the spectrum, right? Whereas sometimes we know these are the difficult ones where we play a lesser team, a team that's not in form, a team that's low, is so low in terms of their quality, in terms of their league position, in terms of their players, a team that low, and then we underperform and lose the match, draw or potentially even losing the match. So for me, this is why I call this a test. Now it's a thing to deep, yeah. We're unbeaten in the Premier League, but yet still we're in third place. We're on joint points with Man City, only behind Tottenham by 2 points. So we are third in the Premier League, and this is for me that we haven't started playing our football yet. We haven't started playing the tiki-taki, the brilliant style that we were playing last season. We haven't started clicking. We haven't started rotating. So for me, it's not a bad position to be in joint place in third in the Premier League with Manchester City. That's not a bad place to be considering how low we've been performing comparing to our standards last season. So it's not bad all in all. Now, the reason why I say this game is going to be tricky, because we know when we play against some small-time opposition, some weak mentality, some basically low-quality team that's not performing, not scoring, conceding a lot, sometimes we turn the other cheek, man. Sometimes we let these games go because I don't know if it's we take our foot off the gas because we think that it's already won or we underestimate teams, but most of the times we lose or we draw against smaller teams, not because we were inferior, not because of anything else than complacency. So this is why I'm saying that this match will be very tricky. So Sheffield United have lost 8 of their 9 opening games. 8 they've lost, right? And they've drawn 1. So they lost 8 and draw 1. Now this shows you how poor they are. And for me, it's a difficult start for them in the Premier League, and hopefully they will continue to have it difficult because I'm backing my team. I know that I just said that we sometimes crumble when we play smaller teams, lesser opponents, because we feel like we've already won the match, but I'm backing my team to show up on Saturday to perform the way I know they can, because I know we got confidence from the Champions League when we just done. I know that the team is in high spirits, in better stead to collect all 3 points in this match. Now, Arsenal have lost 2 of their last 19 games against Sheffield United. One coming back in 2006 and the other coming back in 2019. So for me, it's not a team that we should be overly concerned about. Just that only small issue of always losing points to the lesser opponents because we take our foot off the gas. Now, we've potentially lost Gabriel Jesus to injury. And we see that Thomas Partey didn't start in the Champions League either because he's got a muscular injury. So potentially we've got 2 injuries on our hands. But hopefully that won't make a difference, because that's what I'm saying, that Sheffield United is not a quality side. So for me, yeah, I would go with Nketiah up front. I would go with Trossard on the left. I would rest Martinelli, rest Saka. Now you'll be saying like, listen, they haven't played regular. Why would I? Well, Martinelli just came back from Egypt. Why would I need to rest Martinelli? But it's the fact that we know we've got loads of big matches coming up soon. So I would start the unfringed team. I will even start Kivio. I will give Gabriel a rest. I will give, but this is the thing, Saliba. Who comes in for Saliba? Because Tamiyasu for me either plays right or either plays left. So who comes on? Now that's a tricky one. But for that one, Saliba, I saw he went down with clutching his back in the last match. So I would take off Saliba in precaution. Probably I would start Ben White in the middle. I would start Kivio, Ben White, and then potentially Tomiyasu on the right, and then Zinchenko on the left. Because if Zinchenko can't perform in games like these, then really and truly he should only be a backup to Tomiyasu and Timber when he comes back. Because in the last few matches, he's been wanting at the back. I've seen him done so much brilliant passes in terms of cutting the lines, threading through that pass, splitting the defense, splitting the midfield line. So I believe that Zinchenko's been very good in terms of going forward, but defensive work, and that's where his vulnerability is, and that's where it makes us vulnerable on the left hand side. So for me, even though it's good going forward in terms of the passes, for me, he's always looking to basically get in behind that midfield, trying to turn that midfield with his passes, because you always have some pinpoint accurate pass cutting through the center midfield. So he's good at that, but where he lacks is very, 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 very troubling for me. So I would rather have Zinchenko playing in small matches like these, and then having Tomiyasu comes in the bigger matches. Now, there's a reason why they're at the bottom of the Premier League table, Sheffield United, is because they've not been scoring goals and they've been conceding. So they've only scored 7 goals in 9 games so far. They haven't kept a clean sheet. And the thing is, the way you know they're not a good side is because their best player is their goalkeeper. Their best player is their goalkeeper. So you see that if you check their team stats, the best 5 players are on yellow rating, and yellow rating shows that they've been basically poor for the entirety of the season. Only 1 player on light green, meaning average, and that's their keeper. So you see that this is the reason why they're conceding too much goal. They've conceded 24 goals in 9 matches, 24 goals, and they've only scored 7. Now, their forward being McBurney and Archer only scored 1 each. So their top scorer is their midfielder Hamer, and they've got another midfielder with another goal. So this is why Sheffield United, for me personally, my prediction for this match should be about 4-5-0, because they're conceding a lot and they're not scoring a lot. And our defense is solid. Even if we play our second string defense in terms of bringing on Kivo and playing our second best team, one might say, I believe that we're still capable of giving a high scoreline. No, I'm not saying that we're going to give them 8-0 like Newcastle did. I'm not saying that. But for me, we should be winning this game comfortably. And I'm expecting nothing less from my team. I'm not expecting any draw. This is not like Chelsea. Chelsea had quality players and a quality manager. And they're a big club in terms of their reputation, right? But how they've been playing is poor this season. But Sheffield United, they're in bottom of the league, scoring 7 goals, conceding 24, having their best player being their keeper. Man, I can't see how we would let Sheffield come and take even a point from us. So these are my expectations for the team. We need to go there, impose ourselves, and I want to see some starts and some minutes for some of the fringe players, because we need to build the confidence of the fringe players, because if Partey is injured, we need someone that can step up. For me, Jorginho can step up to a certain level, but why not give some of the youngsters some chances in matches like these? It's the same thing with Gabriel J. I know that Gabriel J is one of our best players and senior players at that, but I would love to see Nketiah in this match, or Havertz up top. As a matter of fact, I would love for Arteta to try playing Havertz up top, because I'm sure it will get some goals. I'm sure if Havertz starts up top and don't get any goals in this match, then something must be wrong with him. Something must be wrong with him. Now, I want Odegaard to be playing, because I want to build back his confidence. So even though I would love for Vieira to get a run out, for me, it's more important to have Odegaard performing better or improving his performance than having Vieira coming in for a team for a run out. So those are my thoughts for the match against Sheffield United. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think we're going to steamroll them? Do you think we're going to do like what Newcastle done to them? Or do you think that this is going to be a very difficult match in a different way? Let me know your thoughts in the comment, and let me also know your score prediction, because I'm saying that I think that we can win 4-0. That's what I'm saying. 4-0. We should not be conceding not even a goal to Sheffield United. That's what I believe. Especially because we've been strong this season in terms of defense, right? And they've not been scoring. So we should not be conceding not even a single goal, right? So that's the video there, and then make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and help me on my journey to 100 subs. Catch you next video, guys. Goodbye.